it's Liz Yuille from Old Stables Crafts. Thank you for joining me again today. Today I have this project which is using the Parisian Blossom. I want to say, you'd think by now I would know the name of the sweet, and I don't. It is the Parisian Blossom sweet, which is on page 14 of your Spring Summer mini catalogue. It is gorgeous. It is all romance and prettiness. 2 stamp sets and matching dies, that's the word I'm looking for. Now, the retirement list is about to come out. Do remember that even if the stamps and dies carry over, they will not carry over at the bundle price. So if you want to save 10% on the stamp set and die combined, buy them before the end of May, because otherwise you will have to pay more for them, and that's not a good idea. So my hands are filthy. Sorry, I apologise. I've been using black rather a lot, and yeah, it's clearly got everywhere. I have stamped on the inside, birthday. Obviously you could use it for anything. I'm thinking of this for a man. So the first thing I need is a half sheet of cardstock. Now, there is going to be a slight difference in the measurements for North American cardstock. I mean, there always is, but you will have less surround, so you won't have quite such a large piece of paper showing through the mats. Because I need the height, yours is going to be a smaller margin here, so just bear that in mind, but I will put your measurements up on my website so that you've got them. I'm going to start by doing my stamping just so that it's done. There is quite a lot of construction to do, so I thought if I do my stamping first, then that can be drying properly whilst I do the construction. I'm just using Pool Party because Pool Party is one of the colours in the suite. I have added Coastal Cabana to the card, but Pool Party is the blue that's in the suite. So I'm just going to ink up my Eiffel Tower, and it's a beautiful stamp, but I don't want it stamped full strength, so I'm going to stamp off and then come in, preferably without the piece of fluff, and just with a little of it hanging off the side, but straight is always good. I'm just going to stamp that towards the right, and there we go. So that is that. That will dry a little lighter, and then we've got the Happy Birthday. I've recently re-inked my Pool Party because it was very, 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 very under-inked. So it's now quite well inked. So there we go, Happy Birthday. So that can all be drying whilst we construct our card. I've got all the bits ready to go, so it's not going to take long. It's just, well, it is quite fiddly. Now, I have die cut my Coastal Cabana Eiffel Tower from the mat. It won't show, and the only people that will know will be you and me. So the first thing I'm going to do is grab my multi-purpose liquid adhesive and just run this around the edge, but not going too close to the edge because this is the larger of the 2 pieces for this. I'm just going to add some adhesive to the edge and then the middle, but obviously I don't want adhesive coming through here, which is why I haven't added it to my paper. But as you can see, it is a perfect fit. I'm going to press from the back because that way I'm less likely to move the paper. And of course the joy with using a liquid adhesive is that you have got that little bit of wiggle room. Now this time I am going to add the adhesive to the smaller piece because I know where I'm gluing then. And again, I'm not adding glue here because that would push the paper down, but on the basis that nobody's going to see that piece of paper, or this piece of card should I say, I just, you know, it seems like a sensible thing to me to be frugal. Okay. So that is, oh, isn't that pretty? It's almost a shame not to use that side, but hey, there we go. Right, this should now be dry, so we can pop that, making sure I've got it on the right piece. Don't want to stick it on the back. So again, just some liquid adhesive on the paper and pop that onto the front of our card. And there we go. I don't know why I'm putting the lid on that because I need it. Anyway, so this is 2 layers of Pool Party, and basically I just cut 2 pieces of Pool Party, stuck them together with liquid adhesive, and then ran this through my die cutter. I did need to use the Precision base plate, but it means you can get 2 layers of card for 1 pass. And then this is 1 layer of Coastal Cabana, and that's going to go on top. And I'm just going to add, hopefully, add some adhesive to kind of the strategic areas. You don't need it all over. Just add it where there's a reasonably large space. So you don't need it all over. It's not going anywhere. So you can just concentrate on the larger areas. Like that. So I might just pop a little bit there and there, because those are reasonably large areas. And then just grab your Coastal Cabana die cut and pop one on top of the other. And again, because it's liquid adhesive, there's enough wiggle room to make sure it is in place before you give it a proper squeeze. Like that. And, you know, it's perfectly well adhered, even though it's basically only adhered down to there, across there and at the base. That's fine, it's not going to come apart. So this, we then, again, just picking out the strategic points, and I do like to just add a little bit to that top aerial, because otherwise it might catch. And then, again, the large-ish areas. Oh, might just go there and there. And then just pop that so that the feet or base is square to the card. And that is our card almost done. And we're at 9 minutes, good grief. So I'm going to add a glitter enamel shape dot. These are Coastal Cabana. There are smaller ones, but obviously I've run out. If you've got the small one, you could put it right at the top. I haven't got the small one, so I'm going to use the medium one and just pop it there. And that is everything. So do remember, if you're in the UK, you can purchase any Stampin' Up! Items from me. They are linked, my shop rather is linked below, as are these items. So you'll find those in the description bar below. If you've enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. And I look forward to seeing you again very soon for more wonderful, hopefully wonderful cards. Thank you very much indeed. And I look forward to seeing you again very soon.